Alright, we're back and we're gonna read poems. Hi again, Jesus 2. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. It's about, eating bunnies that fell from the sky. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
Yes, I've been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally.
She's just like, she's got the total, like, resting bitch face. Like, I'm going to fucking murder a pigeon on my way out of school.
I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
Get down with the sickness! Get down with the sickness! I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, me too!
No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her.
Shit. Am I right? No, don't tell me. Never mind.
Okay, we'll discuss it later.
You completely misunderstood. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'll tell you what I thought it was, but if I'm right, I'll tell you.
Okay. Calm down. I'm kidding.
Sure you are.
Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
What? Real? Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Oh god, it's the guy from 50 Shades of Grey, isn't it? Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but...
Well, there's really not anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying... But anyway... You want to read my poem now? I like this, I like the way this one's turned out, so I hope you do too.
It's going to just be like, stay away from all the other girls. Alright, let's take a look.
Okay. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless.
Is this about my life?
Load me.
Interesting. RGB, flashing colors, noise. Interesting.
Also notice how her version of the poem theme is just piano.
Yeah. I Interesting. Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Suspicions rising!
You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen.
I don't trust you!
Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Interesting. Talking about RGB, the lights won't stop, the constant noise. Are these people actually stuck in some sort of a virtual reality? Like, it almost sounds like she's talking like she's inside a computer or something like that. And that tip, writing tip of the day, seemed more like something she might not have even been aware she was saying. Anyway, let's get on with it so I can get to the bottom of this, because this is driving me fucking insane.
I mean, yeah, you guys, like, behind your computer screens or phones or whatever the fuck can't see it, but I was, like, puckering my lips so hard right then, like, just trying not to show any sort of expression or say anything that would confirm or deny what he's saying.
I'm not even... yeah, just... Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. See, glad to see that someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll get as good as me someday. That's... Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her so long you might be on the same wavelength. But you really never struck me as her type. What are you trying to say? Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Attractive and male. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Oh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way, except mostly I've treated her like a dick in this playthrough.
I know, right?
And it hasn't been me. It hasn't really been me making that decision. It's the character who keeps kind of being a dick. I mean, yeah, she's a little airheaded, but come on. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I like about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy can sing in a cute voice. Each time I heard her sing my favorite love song, every time I heard her sing the chorus, my heart would be proud, to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's not why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anybody. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm going to tell everyone.
See, now, like, me and my pet tarantulas, like, you know, we feel just really attacked all of a sudden.
But who is Amy? That's obviously, she's very straightforward. So it's obviously talking about a specific person. And spiders, I've tried to read into the deeper meaning, and I'm just like... Interesting. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you explain complicated issues with much simple analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that?
Look in the mirror, bitch.
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some sort of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Like hentai. I mean, did I say that out loud? Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that! I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Ooh! I like this one, Jesus, too.
It's got my favorite thing in it, bunnies!
It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. Yeah, but yesterday's was kind of dog shit. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you want me to write, or you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. Keep your girly feelings away from me. No, I'm joking. That's kind of what this guy is kind of coming off like with her.
Begone, thought.
Oh, come on, she's not that bad.
No, I was just, I said it as a joke.
I'm just joking.
Your feminine wiles have no control over me.
No, that's what the character is like. He's like, be gone, I have found other women.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, stop being a dick!
Get hence thee, wench. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems.
Uh-oh.
Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right?
Bipolar.
What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Jesus, too.
It should be noted. High concern.
I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the rocks and crannies. Or nooks and crannies, I mean. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And see happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They were all shouting, pleading, something. but all I hear is echo, 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 echo. Inside my head.
I don't think I'm gonna like this game. I mean, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. This poem bothers me
If it's
in a way that
if it makes you feel any better, like part of the reason why I'm making you play this is because, like, trust me, I've already gone through all this. So in a way, I just wanted you to know what I was feeling too,
okay.
to feel my pain.
Fair enough. No, I'll keep going. It's just I'm sad. She's definitely got major depression. That's what I'm reading from this.
Well, if that's true, that's definitely something we can both relate to, isn't it?
Yeah. Holy shit! Sayori, did you fucking write this?
Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've really been in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. Why would you say that? It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy? No, she worked very hard on this, dude.
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something and dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in our arts makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, what horrible things happen next? Let's see what you've written for today. Oh, that wasn't me, that was her.
Yeah.
Let's see what horrible things you've written for today. Super ellipsis. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Surprised Pikachu face intensifies. Do you like it? I've made the words in the shape of a penis.
Going into a vagina.
I'm sorry. It says, come on. This entire game is based on horniness.
Yeah.
Jesus, too. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the type of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri physically swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Spaghetti! Anyway, I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes in and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? I don't have friends, you fuck. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. It's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention caught the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my stray tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed that will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptoms, the bread, the hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and
An image, I think, or
yeah.
an urge. An urge. Sorry.
Oh.
I
The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. And each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic flavoring conditioning. Oh, Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again.
What are you getting out of that one?
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it makes me feel to indulge in more of my unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Itsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Fuck! I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Jesus, too. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost look forward to it. Just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear.
So what did you get out of that poem, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want to.
I mean, it's metaphorical. Well, what does the bread symbolize? Who is the raccoon? And interesting that she mentions always carrying around a cutting knife. I mean, all three of those things might be symbolic of something else. Like, the raccoon's probably a person, maybe even the main character, or somebody else. And she keeps feeding pieces of bread to that person. But what is bread and this cutting knife, it seems also an interesting thing to come around. I'm trying to unravel the mystery, but I'm also scared of what I might figure out.
I mean, I will say, like once we get later into the game, it'll become a lot clearer. I mean, the symbolism of that poem, but
There's later in this game? Shit.
yeah. I mean, it's not a long game, but yeah, there is more. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you heard about it already.
We will assimilate all of the males.
We're going to be performing.
Performing? Monica.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance.
Oh, fuck me.
Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event.
Mary had a little lamb in space, it was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb had to go. It's just like me. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah, back when I worked at that stupid scout camp, like one of the guys I worked with taught me an interesting variation of that.
Is it the Ate Her Soul one?
No, it's Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was crimson red. The reason for that, or for this bloody mess, was a pickaxe in its head.
I will have to find mine, but it basically it's just like Mary had a little lamb. Its heart was black as coal, and now Mary is super dead because it late at night it went into her room and ate her fucking soul.
Oh my God.
Something like that.
But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Oh, are you fucking kidding me, Monica? You did it. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Yeah, well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry.
Ellipsis.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. if we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same.
Ow, my eye!
And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your... It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Not that kind of intimate.
I know, I'm an asshole, okay?
Finding new horizons. And having fun. That's right. And it's for those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place?
Is this a cult?
I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is try to help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
Thanks, everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Cough, cough.
Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way! Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. It's just like this dictionary, and she just goes like the Flash, like... Then she then stands behind the podium. The title...
Okay, it's fine. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of papers between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Interesting title.
Yeah.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is about twists and turns in its structure that enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. I'm sorry, I put it on auto read for 5 seconds. It was up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Ellipsis. Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your own poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone that I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Jesus too liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But I think it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Eh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more.
Uh-oh.
We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Jesus too. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Tsundere. You might as well let Jesus too lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Woo! I love it!
Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. But I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. So I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki regrettably gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called It's called Why Are You All Looking at Me?
Oh, that's a great poem. Because you're presenting.
Uh, anyway, the poem is called Jump. Do a flip! That is not what I was thinking about. But it fits the mood pretty well. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reading the poem, the sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's not Natsuki's trademark style and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It's not like I like you guys or anything. Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time of what you'll be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own.
I am Ebenezer Blazer. I run Blazer's ice cream store. I still have that memorized, by the way.
I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Why do I get super unnerved when she does that? She's like,
That
the
pose?
Fuck? Yeah. She's like, what conditioner is she using in her fucking hair? they're just...
Japanese anime schoolgirl logic, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. No, I'm not so much unnerved as it's so much more expressive than a lot of the other poses people have here.
Oh.
So it seems a bit extra.
It may be in contrast. Actually, no, I'll wait until later to mention that.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait!
I can do this. I can do this. All right! I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club. And impressing Why Monica specifically? I know you have a crush on her, but then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Boing. Now, look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Jesus, too. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's just go already. See ya, bye. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Hmm? Sorry, I was just spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. But I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of a question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Means so much to her. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? That bitch! She's like standing in the bushes, just like right to our left. That bitch is such a hoe!
Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Jesus, too. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating about something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about... Dude! Did you not read her fucking poem? About her handing out, like, happiness and it breaking on the floor and how she's probably really fucking depressed. This is probably the best part of her fucking day, is walking home with you. Don't be a careless asshole about this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just... Fucking main character males in this type of shit really piss me off because they're so fucking stupid.
I know what you mean.
But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Thanks! Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Quadruple homicide, that's what.
Alright, well, next time on this show, ladies and gentlemen,